just make sure the audio is working well. Hello? There we go. Audio sounds pretty good. Okay, great. Good news. And let's go back and go to dashboard. Cat! You are not supposed to be on the... Did you see? You probably didn't see that because I was in the way. Kitty cat just walked across the kitchen counter. Kitty cat, you're not supposed to do that. Moo. It still says connecting. How about if we go to chat? There we go. Welcome to chat. Hey, okay. So, anyhow, the cat has walked across the screen. The counter, and audio's good and everything, so we're doing pretty good. Cat is down now on the floor eating some dry food. Hi, I'm Rigaroga, and you're you, and this is Cooking with Rigaroga. This is the last Cooking with Rigaroga for a while. I'm gonna go on hiatus because I'm moving across country, and this is the last meal out of the fourth meal box that I've got, and so I went and paused the boxes, and so I'm gonna spend the next couple of weeks and stuff eating all the food that's left in my fridge that I can't take with me because it'll spoil on the trip. And then I'm gonna be moving across the country, and then I'm gonna be in a new place trying to settle down and trying to get internet hooked up. And once that's done, then I can start thinking about maybe reviving the Cooking with Rigaroga series again. I will, over the next month, still be doing video game streaming and role-playing while I'm able to. And there will be a hiatus in June where I won't be streaming at all. But hopefully that will not be too long, as I will be in my new place, and hopefully I'll be able to get internet installed and all that kind of stuff fast. Anyhow, so today what we're doing is this final meal. It's ginger steak and peppers with peanuts and jasmine rice. Sounds good. So here's the meal, and let's put the folder over here. And this is what it's supposed to look like. White jasmine rice in the background with beef and ginger and pepper and green onions and bell peppers and all sorts of stuff. So what's in the box is 2 green onions, half a cup of jasmine rice. That's not very much rice at all. 1 red bell pepper, 2 garlic cloves, steak strips, chopped ginger, teriyaki glaze, and it actually has gochujang red pepper paste. That's awesome, because I've been meaning to get some of that. Roasted peanuts, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm supposed to cook it within 6 days. This is the end of the very last days of it. Difficulty level, it's super easy, and spice level is medium. From my kitchen, it wants olive oil, salt, pepper, medium pot, and a large non-stick pan. Now the pot is to cook the rice. And I was going to use a rice cooker, but now it's like half a cup of jasmine rice. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what to do about that. Anyhow, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Let's put the steps up here. We got our 10 ounces of already sliced beef. Chopped ginger. Gochujang. Jasmine rice. Green onion, huge red pepper. Look at the size of that thing. Holy crap. That's like twice the size of a regular red pepper. Ooh, garlic cloves and peanuts. And teriyaki glaze. And that's it. Hey, Levi. Yeah, I know. With just half a cup of rice, the thing is, a rice cooker is gonna burn that. I mean, basically, unless I put like 2 rice cups in the rice cooker, it ruins it. So I usually put 3 in. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking I might want to do that. And it's only half a cup, so it won't take that long to boil up. So we're going to bring a medium pot with the rice and 1 cup of water to boil. So let's go ahead and I'm pretty sure they're using regular US cups, not rice cups. You know what I mean? Because the rice cup is totally different. So yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to get the pan and the pot out. And let's go ahead and get this going. Get a little bit of static electricity in there. So let's go ahead and I just want to see if this is actually a half US cup. Where is it? Half cup. Yeah, that's a half US cup. That's a half US cup. Because the rice cup is totally a different size. That's a rice cup. And usually, like when you're cooking rice, especially in a rice maker, that's what you're looking at. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. Let's get all of that. And normally I'd rinse it, but it doesn't actually say to rinse this rice. And jasmine rice sometimes is pre-rinsed. So I'm gonna assume it looks pretty. It actually looks pretty translucent. The grains look really translucent, so it looks like maybe they don't have their coating on them. Their starchy coating that you would want to wash off. Okay, so we're going to put a cup of water in there. Man, that's just an insane tiny amount. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to put that on high, bring it to a boil, put the water away, and we'll just put the measuring cup over here so that we'll get it washed out and then dry. So let's see, what else do we got to do? Get this stuff. It's not a whole lot of ingredients, honestly. I mean, it's basically a stir fry. Stir fry is super easy to make. Anyhow, so we're bringing it to a boil, reduce to a simmer and cover, and then cook until tender. Oh shit, we've got to cover it. You know what I never have? I never have a cover. Oh, no, actually I have all kinds of covers. I'm a liar. Okay, that one's too big. That one's too small. Okay, I think we're going to use one that's too big. And we're just going to pretend. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're just going to, it's going to leak all over, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to do it on this second burner back here. So I'm going to move it over here because it's going to drip water and I don't want to get that water in my oil when I'm cooking up the meat. Oh yeah, tinfoil. Hey Mooch, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I could put tinfoil on it. That's true. Anyhow, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Let me get the water off of here because I dripped some. Oh, and how about if I turn that off so I'm not in danger of destroying myself? Okay, so that's going to be happening. Let's go ahead and prepare our veggies. I've got my my cutting mat here. Okay, and let's get some containers for veggies. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to cut is we're going to cut the bell pepper into 1/4 inch strips. And it looks to me like the strips are across. So let's go ahead and do our little surgery. Cutting around the stem area. And then cutting down and across. Come on, you. Cut in. There we go. Okay, that's annoying. Stop that. Oh my god, that was worse. Okay. Let's pop that open. And then this should just pop right off. Boink, like that. Awesome. Oh my god, that is going to annoy the hell out of me. Shut up. And let's clear this out. Get the seeds out of the way. And then we'll get the ribs out of the way. So let's go ahead and I'm doing this at the sink behind me, behind my prep area. And I'm just putting this at the in the pile for compost. As I clear it up just a little bit. Just making it all pretty. Making it all pretty, getting the seeds out and getting just the little bit of the rib and stuff out of there. Okay. Okay, so let's put that knife over here, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 1/4 inch strips. So this is what I'm aiming for, I think. Strips like that. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, they're getting a little weird. Okay, that one was a little thick. Okay. All right, so there we go. We've got our strips all ready to go. Okay, so that is a boil. And then we're going to reduce it to a simmer. Let me go ahead and technically I shouldn't have put the cover on before. But we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, that should be pretty good. Get that going. Hopefully I won't ruin that. Let's go ahead and... this red pepper is just ridiculously huge. It's twice the size of a normal. Okay, and then let's go ahead and get that cut up. Okay, so then there's our other bit. Go ahead and pile that in. I'm kind of overfilling this thing a little bit. I should have. Would have been okay if it were the size of a normal bell pepper, but okay, that's ridiculous. Okay, let's get some water off of that. Okay, so the next thing is thinly slice the green onions. I'm trying to see. So it's just little rounds, so not at an angle or anything. So we'll go ahead and get that going. Okay, let's take a look really quickly. I don't want to ruin this rice. I do have a rice cooker, and I could get just regular rice if I need to. But oh, these are not the best looking green onions. Oh well, that's okay. We will survive. So let's put this over in compost already. Get it out of my way. And we'll cut the ends off. Okay. This is another spot where the angle is just not quite right. Anyhow, I mean, it gets cut either way, but it'd be nice if I had a better angle for people to sort of see. I'm cutting these a little bit broader than are in the image, but oh well. I mean, in the image, they're basically, I think they're like half the width of that, so. Okay, somehow this little thing survived. Let's go ahead and get that cut up into little bits. And okay, and there's our green onions. I'll go ahead and just do that. There's no reason to. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like making rice in a pot like that. Cause it just it always seems to go badly for me. That's the thing. So hopefully they will rice will turn out okay. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to mince the garlic.
Minced. We're going to mince it. We're going to mince it into little bits.
It's weird that they chop the ginger, but they don't mince the garlic. I mean, what the hell? I guess, you know, fresh garlic or whatever, but...
Meow. Meow. What was that? Who was that?
Yeah, we'll get
Just minced up. Mince it. As they say in Transylvania, we're going to mince it.
Okay. Okay. Come on. There we go.
Get along, little garlickies. Get along. Move along, little garlickies.
Okay, let's check this rice. I think we better remove this rice from the... I don't know. It's super starchy still. I'm not pleased with that rice at all. I may have to make different rice. Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Should I just go ahead and make extra different rice? Pain in the ass. Okay, we're going to get these going. So let's go ahead and I think we're done cutting. So let's go ahead and put the cutting tray away. Okay. And we're going to season it with a pinch of salt and pepper and then place the large non-stick pan over medium-high heat and add olive oil. Okay, so we're going to put medium-high heat on there and get that going as I open this up. Oops, and I'm walking all over the cable. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the sound when I end up doing that accidentally. Okay, so let's get this. Get this out of here. There we go. And let's get the packaging out of the way. Uh, yeah, I think you're right. I was literally just reaching up into the cupboard for the rice as you said that. So we're gonna go ahead and hopefully, let's see how much we got in here. I wonder if oh, I don't think I can reach. Oy, 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 oy. Okay, I'm gonna have to unplug the audio for a second. So it turns out this is all the rice I have. So let's see what we got. I think this is gonna make like 1.5. One. Oh, it might just barely make 2. Oop, and I make a mess. Almost 2. Okay, so we'll pretend that's 2. And this is my rice rinser. So it's got holes down here, and then it's got I mean, it's basically a colander, but it's intended to wash rice. So you can swirl it around, and then you can pour the rice out. I mean, the water out as you go. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from the heat. Just check it really quick, because it's gonna start burning any second now. It's already sticking to the bottom. Okay, well, it got a little bit softer. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and make this. Okay, so I'm gonna go wash this over at the sink. Swirl it around. I can definitely see the starch come off of this stuff. Unfortunately, this is cheap rice, so it's not great. So we'll rinse it a bunch. Swirling it around, letting the water drip out. And draining it out, and then swirling it another time. So it's still cloudy. Yeah, it's still a little cloudy, so we'll do this a little bit more. Okay, it's looking pretty clear. Okay, so we'll go ahead and drain that. Oops, hello, hi, I forgot I had that on the stove. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll get this rice in here and get the rest of it. God, I should have just done this to begin with. Oh well. Get the last of the rice out of this cleaner. Okay, and then we'll get the measurement of the water correct for 2. Okay. And we'll pop that on. Okay, so we got the rice cooker going. The rice that came with it. What do you mean the rice that came with it? You mean more jasmine rice? I'm confused. I mean, that is the rice. The half cup is the rice that came with it, and it's not enough. Not enough. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna get a little bit of oil going. Just get that a little bit warm. Get that started up. And while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna season salt and pepper. Get this sliced beef seasoned up. Oh, I squirreled a little bit of water in there. God darn it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of salt and pepper on there. And I'm really doing bad at this pan control today. Okay, so let's put a little more pepper and a little more salt. And get those out of here. And I've totally contaminated my salt again with pepper. Oh well. Can't have everything. Okay, do not get water in on the pan. Okay, so we're going to add the steak strips. To the pan. Whoops. That should be all ready to go. Okay, so we're going to put this over here. Get a little bit of soapy water on that. And since I got some on the counter, I'm going to go ahead and do a little wipe down really quick. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab a fork and just kind of work to separate these out a little bit. So basically, I mean, we've got really thin little strips. That's basically what this is. And I'm just trying to separate them out as they cook. And yeah, there were a couple that were stuck together, so there was a little red splooches where those were not cooking because they were thicker. And these should cook super quick. I mean, they're already, if you look at them, they're already pretty much done. So that's great. I mean, it's only supposed to take about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call that. We're going to remove that from the burner, transfer the steak strips to a plate. Well, it's going to go back on this right here. And we're going to use the same pan for cooking our veggies really quickly, but we don't need to wipe it. We just need to reserve the pan and put it right back on the heat. Okay, and there is a little bit of meat left, but we'll go ahead and call that. So that's our beef, super thin slices, and we're going to put that back onto medium-high heat. We're supposed to add a little bit more olive oil. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I've already got olive oil. But let's go ahead and add a little bit more. And we will add the bell peppers and a pinch of salt. And we're supposed to cook these till they're just sort of crisp and tender. So really a quick stir fry. Just a couple minutes. And it sure is splattering a lot. I'm getting a lot of splatter off of this thing. Anyhow, there's our red peppers. Oh, I almost lost one. I tried to escape.
Leaps to its death is what it was trying to do. It was trying to leap to its death, I told you.
I feel like that's probably getting pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our, we're going to reserve a little bit of the green onion for garnish. So there's a pinch of green onion for garnish. We're going to add those to the pan. We're going to add the ginger. Yeah, into the fire, into the household fire. Okay, so then we got our ginger, and then our minced garlic. And we're gonna stir that up a bit. So there we've got our ginger and our garlic and our green onions in with the red bell peppers now. Gonna try and stir this around to get the ginger and garlic all around. Oh, that's a good smell. Oh, oh, oh yeah, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh, come to Papa, Ginger. Ginger and garlic. Oh. How have I not had kids and named them Ginger and garlic? So you're supposed to cook that until it's aromatic, which means I've already cooked it enough. We're going to add the beef back in. So now we're spinning the beef back in. And we're going to do the teriyaki glaze. Oh yeah, it is definitely pretty good. So we're going to add the teriyaki glaze. And we're actually supposed to add a little bit of water, so let's go ahead and do that. Oops. Let that water boil off, and half of the gochujang. So half of this sauce. So we'll split that in half, and then we'll put that on there. Just make sure we get all of it, and then mix it. Okay, so we got that going. Taste and add the remaining. Oh, come on! It's saying I want to taste it and then add the rest of this if I want it. So yeah, we're just gonna add that. We're just gonna add all of that in there. We'll skip the salt. But we are definitely adding the rest of that. And just trying to stir it in. Since it was a glob, we kind of want to get it stirred around a little bit. Until thoroughly combined for about 2 minutes. And the sauce is definitely thickening up, so that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and let that go for just a little bit. We're gonna put this stuff away. Yeah, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. How can you not use it? Okay, and that's garnish. And salt and pepper is good. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So here's the beef, and you can see the sauce thickening up in there. So we're going to go ahead and start. The other rice is not nearly ready yet, but it's getting there. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this jasmine rice. I remain highly skeptical of this jasmine rice. Can you hear the rice sputtering away back there? I don't have a nice rice scooper to make the nice, neatly placed little balls. So I'm just sort of kind of trying to approximate the look by shaping the rice a little bit. I don't want to get, there's some rice that's definitely stuck down at the bottom, so I'm avoiding that, but I wanted to get okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of using pots to cook rice. I think it always goes badly. It always goes badly. Anyhow, so that's what I'm trying. Do a little bit of shape. I think there's a little bit more on here, but that's okay. Moron. He said moron. Okay. And so let's kind of do a little, try and get this into 2 relatively even batches. Okay. See if we can get this to work. Trying to keep the rice clean, nice and white. Little pure mountain. And I feel like this one just tried to run away. And I feel like I want to put a little bit of extra over here. Okay. Okay, so there's a little bit of this sauce left, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of spoon that on. I know a lot of that's probably, there's probably a bunch of oil in that, but still. It's got all the good sauce in there. Okay. Oh, my sink is like a pile of awful, awful mess. Okay, and then, oh, here, there's my garnish with some of the peanuts. Okay. And then a little bit of the, oh, it smells great too. It really does. A little bit of the green onions to garnish. Oop, that one ran away. Okay. Last little green onion in there. Tried to escape, but I got it. I got it. Okay, so I've made a little bit of a mess here. That looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. So this is the picture. I suppose there's a little speck of black right there that I don't really want on it. Okay, but anyhow, so that's what we're doing. I think we did pretty good. The peanuts look a little more coated, like they added it in just before plating instead of garnishing with them. You know what I mean? Because it's got it has a way more of the sauce on it. So I'm wondering if they tossed those peanuts in there, and then the green onions on top instead of garnishing with them. But we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and go with that. See how we go. Let's see. What do we have up? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and have a taste, shall we? Get a little bit of the green pepper. That's pretty good. Oh, there's a little bit of the spice. Yeah, it took a moment. Took a moment, but I got it. I got it. I can see where it's coming from. I can see that it's got something to say. Jasmine rice is not quite well done. It'll do, but the garnish of the peanuts, they just seem kind of bland and dry instead of, I mean, maybe that's the counterpoint, is the kind of a salty, peanutty kind of thing to cut the sauce, like to make the contrast with the sauce. But I don't know. I kind of almost wish it were ground peanuts and that it were added at the very last bit to get a little bit of the sauce coated on them. The sauce on the rice, though, that's pretty good. Yeah, so that was a couple peanuts that had been soaking in that sauce for a little bit. That was definitely better than just the peanuts by themselves. Just sort of like, you know, dry on the top. But mixed in, they're much better, I think. So yeah, this meal, it's a little bit bittersweet because this is the last one. I mean, I don't get on the road for another month, but I've got to eat all my food that's in the fridge and the freezer because I'm not going to take it on, not going to take it with me. So I'm going to be eating chop suey and leftovers and, you know, whatever it is that I've got. Try and make stuff out of the what's left. But yeah, it's definitely, these streams have been really fun. It's been really fun to sort of do these and hang out. Do some IRL streaming. My rice finished over there, but I think I'll go ahead and save it for a rice bowl. Maybe snack for lunch or something tomorrow. That's true. Real life comes first, I suppose. God darn it. I was actually reading in the newspaper that, not newspaper, but online. Apparently the entire city that I'm moving to is on an emergency water boil because their water main is broken. Hopefully they get it fixed before I get there. I'm kind of nervous about, like, now I'm thinking, like, I better get some water filtration system put in. I know, right? I've been having all of these sort of homeowner nightmares at night. Freezing to death, having the floor collapse, finding asbestos on something, or you know, lead pipes, and just like all these things running through my head. And it had actually occurred to me, ooh, that was a good spicy spot. I didn't get that spice very well spread out. It occurred to me to check on the water quality, and so I looked up some reports and stuff, and it wasn't ideal,
but it wasn't like a disaster. Oh yeah. I mean, I'll have electricity and gas to the house. So all sorts of things could happen. Hot water heater. Appliances go out, you know, not be able to replace them because I can't afford it. And let's face it, it's in the Midwest. Have some tornado come through. Wipe everything out. There's plenty of nightmares to be had. I mean, if you're looking for nightmares, they're there. You needn't look very far. So how are we going to take on that Black Dragon without Ellen Ripley or Space Marines? That's going to be crazy. Go from Jurassic Park to Alien. Man, that oily, spicy sauce at the bottom there, so good. So good. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man, the last few bites. What the? How? No. I'll have to split this into two just so I can get an extra bite. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's good and spicy too. I really like that. That sauce is good. Yeah, I just give up. Like, nah, let's not do that. On second thought, Camelot is a silly place. Man, my sink is a disaster zone. Way more than usual. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, there was a lot of oil splatter on that one. I'm not sure what it was that really got that water, or I mean the oil splattering. Because it wasn't really, I mean, there was a, well, it might have been the rice. It might have been the rice. There was a bunch of water that was on the stove because of the rice cooking. So that might have been a big part of it. Whew. Oh, that'll clear your sinuses. Wow, good stuff. Now I need some Korean blackberry wine to go with this. So that would have been really good. That would have been good. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm sad. Sad and nervous, but excited. Sad and nervous, but pretty excited about the whole thing. All right. Well, there we go. This last meal. I'll eat this tomorrow. And I've got my extra rice all cooked up and ready, so I'll probably have some extra rice on there. I might actually end up splitting this into two, and doing like a bunch more rice, mixing that in. But yeah, the banh mi meatball sandwich, that was so good from last time. I was thinking back through all of the recipes that I've done, kind of trying to think of what the really good ones were. That chicken with peppercorn was super tasty. I loved the panko on the broccoli because it added carbohydrates and oil, and there was the veggie, and oh, it was so good. Let's see, what was next? The next was the butternut squash and sausage pasta. That was pretty good. Then there was the coffee rubbed pork tenderloin. The root vegetables were really good with the honey on them. That was very tasty. The coffee rubbed pork tenderloin was kind of, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't sort of out of the park. The Acapulco fajita beef skillet, that was good stuff. There was definitely enough food. Like I would have made masa tortillas with that, and had like 3 or 4 meals out of that whole thing. The pot sticker burgers with spicy Asian slaw, that was pretty good too. That was pretty good. So the steak moutarde, the sweet potato wedges were excellent with the garlic on them. I loved that. That was really good. The steak was okay. Come on, what's next? Oh, the Thai turkey lettuce wraps. Those were superb. Probably that. I suspect that this was my favorite, or else it was the peppercorn chicken. Texas style steak on toast. The toast was a waste of space. The smashed red potatoes was pretty good, and the red onion gravy was pretty good. Steak was steak. The chipotle steak and cheese sandwich was awful. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't horrible, but it was basically nothing to write home about. And I did that because it made the box cheaper for that week. The weeknight quesadillas, those were pretty good. I kind of wish there had been more of the jalapeno rounds, and like, because there were only 3 for each one instead of having extras for the other slices. The lime juice on top was really good. That was a nice touch. And then the banh mi pork meatball sub. That, the Thai wrap, the lettuce wrap, and the peppercorn chicken. Those 3 are my favorite. I wish I had sliced the chicken. I mean the carrots thinner. I need to get a peeler. Yeah, it was very easy. I mean, and it was intended to be easy. It was intended to be like a 5-minute, throw it together. But like the cold meat was just kind of like, it was and then the little nacho flakes, the multicolored nacho flakes were like, it was mediocre. It was mediocre at best. Um, I mean, so if you're gonna do this, you might as well just do actual full meals. I mean, I saved a couple bucks on each serving, but it didn't end up. I didn't think that it ended up being worth it for the savings. But that was all of them. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty good size, list of new recipes that I have been able to make, and some things I never would have tried. Like for example, uh, the grainy mustard. Using that in my cooking, I would never have done that because I don't. In my head, I definitely do not like mustard at all, and I probably am mostly about the red, the yellow mustard. I just haven't ever liked it. Um, but so getting a couple recipes with that was pretty good. Yeah, if I had done like open face grill or something like that, I think it would have been way better. Um, even toasting the bread a little bit probably would have been nice. But yeah, doing open face with the cheese on top and letting it melt in, that would have been a lot better. I agree. Well, it has been a fun experiment, these cooking streams, and it was really great to be able to get the audio figured out. Um, I may actually do. I may try and do some filming on the trip, and then maybe post that video. Um, I don't think I'll stream live. I mean, I might pay for data and do a stream, but it seems like it might not be. Like if I did stream, it would be so short that it really wouldn't be worth doing except as a video. So I might do like video clips and then edit them together at the end when I get there. I was thinking earlier today that actually my trip is going to be um, a reverse Oregon Trail. I mean, literally, I'll be driving out of Oregon to Missouri. Um, and so I'm basically backtracking. But I actually, in my family tree, if the family tree is correct, I have some some Germans that came over and landed in St. Louis um, and worked in a brick factory of some kind. I think that's right. So it might be fun to see if there's still any bricks to be had in the area. Make a patio out of St. Louis bricks. Yeah, a little bit of water. Yeah, and to do a full reverse Oregon Trail, I'd need to pick up furniture along the way instead of throwing it out of the wagon, and I'll have to buy some ox instead of having them die. I'm gonna have to be cured of dysentery along the way, um, and try to remember all of the things that you die of in the old Apple II Oregon Trail game, and do the opposite of those. But yeah, I was looking at, and I mean, I was just looking at resources. It doesn't look like there's a game store, like a tabletop game store within, it's about 30 miles, I think, was the closest one. So there might be opportunity to do like Adventurers League and stuff, maybe once in a while, if I can figure out how to get there. Um, and I mean, there's the CSA. There's a park that's really close to me, which is cool. And there's a community college that'll be close to me. Yeah, I mean, it's a small town. It's not a big city, so there's going to be a lot of things that just won't be there. That'll be, kind of too bad. Um, there is a movie theater. Well, there's a drive-in and a movie theater, and the movie theater is currently playing the Avengers. So I don't know if it'll still be playing when I get there, but I'll actually be within walking distance of a movie theater, so I'll be able to watch movies when they come out. Let's see what else. I wasn't able to locate an IKEA. What else did I look for? I can't remember what else I looked for. Anyhow, there's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun trying to see what there is to see, touring the neighborhood and um, figuring out where everything is. Anyhow, that's a month away. I've still got to pack. I've got to. Most of my stuff is already in storage, but I've got basically all of my last little bits. And yeah, I do. I hope so too. I hope so too. Gonna get all the cats and try and travel for a week on the road. It's gonna be crazy, but we're gonna do it. So this is the last cooking stream until at least middle of June. So the series is on hiatus, but I will still be doing video game streams and the role playing up until the last minute. In fact, I think I'm playing Curse of Strahd the day before I hit on the road. So I'll pack up my computer that morning and then head out on the road and then figure out internet when I get there. But so anyhow, I'll be around. I'm not going to be streaming every day like I did in April, but I will still be steadily streaming and doing stuff. And I'll see you in Spelljammer, not this weekend because we're skipping this weekend, but next weekend. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for hanging out in the various cooking streams. It was really awesome to have you show up and chat for a while. So thanks so much. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of this for Instagram, and then call it a night. So, all right. Yeah, I gotta get a fill in. Okay. Well, have a great night, and I will see you online, and then, of course, for Spelljammers in 2 weeks. So, all right. Bye.